Well, hello friends, my name's Antonio and welcome to Back at the Ranch. It is camping weekend, so we got a few of the friends here already. Got Pablo and Mikey. It's our first morning, by the way. We got here last night, but we got Pablo and Mikey. They're going to be sighting in a crossbow and making sure that they're hitting true with their arrows. We got Rick in the Opus. I've talked to you guys about that big old thing before. Might do another video review of that, because anybody that's into outdoor overlanding or just camping in general, that's a beast. That is a beast. He wants a huevos and chorizo. Let me go get that. For those that didn't get it, there was a double meaning to that. All right, so I took Rick the chorizo and eggs. I had to come back for the camera and the coffee, but let me take you in the Opus here. Knock knock, camera's coming in, Rick.
In.
This is the inside of the Opus, and Rick has got a nice setup in here. Check that out.
A little slide out kitchen.
Yeah. That's pretty sweet, but this is not the video where we do the review. So once he's all tidied up and his underwear aren't on the floor, we'll come back and check this thing out.
I appreciate that.
All right, Pablo and Mikey are trying to get a bolt out of that target over there. So he's got this new crossbow, which, by the way, you guys want to see a review on this, tune in for one of the next episodes. But in a nutshell, that thing's pretty powerful, considering it's an entry-level crossbow. So much so that the target that Pablo made, it penetrated all the way through. They're having to take the target apart just to get the bolt out. It's pretty crazy. Let's go check on Rick. How's it looking, sir? Ooh, get that potatoes going, chorizo's going. Ooh, you put the whole thing of chorizo in there too. That'd be good. So Rick's always a cook when he comes. He just loves to cook, so we let him. We don't complain.
Thanks for letting me cook.
Yeah.
I enjoy it.
So Rick, how long you had this thing, sir?
Since COVID, 2020.
Since COVID. So they said stay home. You said hell no. I'm gonna hit the road.
I'm hitting the road, and anywhere else this thing can go.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Well, it's nice. Like I said, I like to do a walk around and a review of this thing later.
Make my bed and clean it up.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And we eat breakfast.
Oh, that's, yeah, for sure.
It's a must.
Yeah, so these guys, Paulo just tried out that new crossbow.
How'd it work?
On the target that he made.
Yeah.
And it worked good. It's not sighted in perfectly. Man, thing penetrated to where just the fletchings were sticking out. So they have to take the target apart now to get the freaking bolt, to get the bolt out. So it's funny.
After breakfast, we'll sight in my.
You're 22?
My 22.
Yeah, I want to do the same thing. I got mine out. So, in fact, let me go show you guys my 22. But I do use an M&P 1522 for rabbits. Some people might think that's overkill, but it's actually a 22 long rifle. So I got a 6 Hour Whiskey 3 2x7x32, excuse me, 2 to 7x32, sighted in at 20 yards. And I got a small little red dot on the side, which is a simple fire field, nothing fancy. And that's sighted in for 10 yards, because those rabbits do come in pretty close. You guys may have seen this in one of my past videos. Pablo's shown this one on property before, but I had a thermal on there when we were doing a rabbit hunt as well, and didn't see anything. But also have a Mask HD, right? So those are federally regulated, by the way. So if you think you're just gonna go into a store and buy one, no, you gotta wait like a year and pay a tax stamp. So that's gonna stay right there. I'm gonna grab my coffee cup, head back over to camp, grab myself a taco, serve myself some coffee. So the chef just said, food's ready. What's that? 2 tortillas per person? What? Ooh, chorizo and egg. We got some papas, 2 tortillas per person, which is plenty. We're gonna eat. Ooh, ooh. Second cup of coffee. Almost ready for a third. Check it out. Taquitos. Never too lost when we're out here. I know my wife doesn't feel bad for me.
Don't mind what we are.
That's some good breakfast. I'll see you in about 10 minutes. All right, everybody, we're loaded up with some hog slap. We got the pop-up blind. We'll be setting up with the little D. Mikey's hunting that this evening, hoping we get a hog. But we also got our eye on a nice buck. He was what, like 7 points from the video?
6 point. I couldn't tell because you can't see the other eye guard.
Yeah, so there's this buck out there that has a nasty gash on his left shoulder. It looks like it might be getting infected, so he'll probably end up dying from an infection. So it's still deer season. We didn't plan on harvesting any more deer, but if that buck comes out, I think we're gonna take him down because he won't survive the year. So we're gonna head out to the little D and get all set up. See you when we get there. We made it out to the little D. I'm still enjoying coffee.
Me too.
And Rick says him too.
I just came for the ride.
So Mikey's trying to figure out where he's gonna put this pop-up blind because this is the little D feeder right here. Not sure it shows up on camera. Yeah, there you go. So he's gonna spread some hog slop out here, which is basically corn mixed with different sugars and scents, and just makes it smell yummy. To the point where even I want to eat the deer corn, but I'm not going to. So once he figures out where he's gonna set up the blind, she should have figured that out last time we were here, but we didn't make time for it. Then he's gonna spread out some of the slop, not all of it, maybe a fourth of what he brought, so we can attract some animals in, and we'll come back probably later tonight, throw some more if it's gone, and he's gonna sit in the morning before the sun comes up. Pretty cool thing is that last night at about 1:30 in the morning, I'll insert the video right here, those hogs came by. So they're here, which is cool. It was about, I'd say a good 10 of them, and we're hoping to get one of those. Maybe we eat some hog tonight or tomorrow night. So we're gonna get set up. All right, so we're done dropping off the hog slop all over the place, and we set up that tent, and I forgot to record that. I apologize, but we're gonna head on back to the campsite. Sight in our 22s, because you've never shot the one that you got out, no, right? So he's got a 22 that hasn't been sighted in. I have a 22 that I just changed scopes on. So I brought a target stop. Sight those babies in. See if we can get some rabbit later this evening. All right, well the guys are all sighted in with their 22s. They're doing a few practice rounds with their archery equipment as well. Still early in the day, like super early. It is 11:30 in the morning. We've done a lot this morning. So Pablo's brothers are almost here, at least two of his brothers, and they're going to be staying the night. They're going to be hunting tonight, so out where we drop that pig slop, and we're hoping they really get something. But from now on, the rest of the day, we're pretty much just going to chill. Brought a couple of hammocks, we can take a nap, do nothing. So I won't be recording. Thanks for hanging around. Well, all right, it's been a few hours. I'm gonna give you a little tour. First of all, there's my tent on the new Ford Ranger. Well, I say new, it's a few years old, but it's new to me. On this side, I got my hammock when I want to chill out a little bit. Of course, my tent. Now I don't have the top part open. Just give me a little extra insulation. It's been cool, but not cold. Got my pots and pans hanging on a stringer here so that the animals don't get to them. Got my ice chest, clean water, spices and foods that we want to hide. Got my Coleman stove, that is a kerosene stove that my dad gave me. Cutting board. We've got water for washing off and water for drinking. Got more food in the ice chests. Got on this side we have, this is our shower, so sorry if you hear the generator running, but basically this shower is oh, I can't open it. All right, in a nutshell, this is a dry side, this is a wet side. There's a divider in the middle, but this is hooked up to Rick's Opus. But we got the generator running right back there, and the diesel. Love that truck. Diesel Colorado 02 Bison. I wanted one of those so bad, ended up with a gas powered one. But anyway, here's the Opus. We got the hot water heater right there. This is where Rick sleeps, AC and heat. You got the restroom right over here on this side. Pablo's brothers in that other tent. Pablo's brothers in that other tent. He has a lot of brothers. And got a friend from California that's going to be on the tent on the far end. And Saturday we should be getting my brother Gerald and Danny and possibly one other guest, and they'll probably be setting up here somewhere in this area. So that's the campsite. We've been hanging out for a while. We got two guys out excuse me, doing a hunt already, and I don't know, hopefully they get a hog, and if they do, we're eating hog tonight, and if they don't, at least they got to go hunting for a hog. So we're all set up for the afternoon. We're gonna chill out. Didn't get to show you a lot of what happened today because it's been a lot of hustle and bustle doing stuff, but the good news is we walked over to the water pump. I got to fix that, so I'll insert that here. Well, didn't bring the GoPro, so I didn't record this, but just a quick update on my phone. So my buddy Rick and I came out to the water well, and I opened this up to check the electrical. Turns out there was some wire connections loose. Either they weren't snapped in right or something, but we got it snapped in, put it all back together. She's pumping again, so we're gonna have water on the property. And show you what the water pump looks like. Basically, it's a solar powered water well. It's about 400 feet down. Wasn't working. I did a little research on the error codes it was throwing out. Turned out it was an electrical error, meaning it wasn't making full contact. Went, took it apart, fiddled with it a bit, found what was wrong with it, reconnected it, put the float back on. That tank is full. It took about 45 minutes to an hour to fill up. So we officially have water on the property now. And next visit, we're going to be bringing over my water tank, which you guys have seen in previous videos. We'll be topping that off here now instead of taking it home and filling it up. And we'll have water on both sides. So we are definitely excited about that, not only for this year, but for future years to come. That's a tent. Good morning, everybody. Didn't do much recording yesterday, and that's because Pablo's brothers showed up, 4 out of the 5 brothers, and we started hanging out, talking, drinking, and that camera just didn't come out. But it's the next morning. My hand's cold, especially the one holding this tripod stand, because it got to like 32 degrees last night, and everybody's sleeping in their tents. Whew. Some of these guys have been up since 5:30 in the morning because they got ready to go hunting. But yeah, look, it's still, look at that frost again. Couldn't get my Coleman lantern, or my Coleman kerosene stove to turn on because it's kind of low. Didn't want to go get the tank to fill it up, and it was taking forever to pump. But got a fire started over there where the guys are at, and Rick's got his stove running. He's gonna start breakfast. We got the coffee started. So I think 2 or 3 of the guys are out hunting since before sunup. They're looking for a hog. No hogs came out yesterday. They saw a bunch of rabbit. They saw dove, quail, but nothing that they could take out with a bow. Rabbit, they didn't want to make any noise, so they didn't do that. But this morning, great news. I got my brother showing up, and a good friend of mine, Danny, who you guys have seen in some of the other videos. And I'll probably do a good walk with them later on this afternoon, and we'll walk on this side, which is the field, because the archers are on the opposite side. We might walk with the 22s down this field and go look for some rabbits, see if we get lucky. We did that yesterday as well, but it was mid-afternoon, so I didn't take the camera with me, simply because I didn't think we were going to see anything, and we didn't. But today, I'm taking that camera, and I'll see you guys when we go rabbit hunting. Well, hey everyone, we are walking down one of the senderos here on the new side of the property, the lease. And I got somebody new that you've never met. We got Mike with me here, who's a guest of one of Pablo's brothers. And Mike, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, you know, who you are, where you're from, and any of your experience on ranches or farms.
Yeah, sure. So I live in California now, in Los Angeles, but grew up on a farm in Missouri. Had quite a few hogs, some cattle, and typical farm in Missouri at that time. You had, you know, the random chickens and
typical farm, right? U.S. farm, yeah,
for sure. I was pretty lucky. I grew up in an area where all of my family had farms around also.
Nice.
So from ours, you could hop a fence and go over to, you know, cousin's farm or aunt and uncle's farm. So growing up, had pretty much as much room as you wanted to run around and disappear in the morning and come back at dark for dinner.
That's something that I got to experience on the occasion here, because we had a lot of family in the town just north of here. And a lot of my aunts, uncles, you know, everybody had that similar experience because it was farms and ranches. I never got to have that. I live more in the city, and I just come out here on special occasions. So I'm kind of envious of the way you grew up. That sounds fun.
Yeah, it was a good childhood. Now I live in middle of Los Angeles, but my mom still has several hundred acres.
Oh, nice.
Missouri, so I try to get back there when I can and do some hunting or you know, help out on the farm even just for a few days because it's just fun.
Is it operating like a business farm, or is it just more of a family?
No, yeah, it's she raises cattle and then puts up hay also to sell.
Cool. So it makes a living at the same time.
Yeah, exactly. And I have 3 young boys, so I take my boys back, and yeah, it's fun to watch them. Similar to what you talked about for yourself, growing up in the city, but going to play on the farm, and that's what my boys do now. So they go back to Missouri with me, and just same thing. They'll disappear and go fishing and doing whatever, trying to get lost and just having fun by themselves.
Yeah, I know I was telling you earlier, I've got 4 kids myself, 2 boys, 2 girls. My oldest son's never really been more of a outdoors person. He's more indoors. He likes sports and, you know, party stuff. He's the older one. My 2 daughters love the outdoors. They love fishing, hunting as well. My older daughter likes hunting, the younger one not so much. And my younger son likes the outdoors, but prefers to shoot things on video games instead of out in the real world. So, but I love them all, you know how it is. So I appreciate you sharing that bit of information about Mike. Hopefully we get to see him on the channel again in the future. Being that he's from California, it'll probably be a while before we see you out here again. But welcome to the ranch.
Thank you.
Really appreciate
it. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, so again, we are walking down one of the senderos that I mowed a couple weeks ago. And I'm being kind of loud, so I'm gonna turn the camera off, be a little bit quieter, because what we're doing actually is we're walking out here looking for rabbit. So we're gonna stay a little bit quieter, walk the perimeter all the way around, get back to camp, and hopefully we'll have some rabbit for lunch. So I'll see you guys if we spot something. Thanks for hanging out. Well, we walked around for what, 30-40 minutes. I haven't seen a single rabbit. As Mike just said before I started recording, no bunnies. So we're almost back to camp. You can see the vehicles over there. Well, maybe you can't on this camera, but I'm gonna check out the well real quick just to see how that water looks. I'm gonna go eat some breakfast because Rick's been cooking some chorizo and eggs and sausage, and I don't know, did you see what he made? It looks good. It looks delicious. So yeah, we are ready to eat. I don't know, what time is it? It's like 7:30, 8 maybe? You got a watch on? Yeah.
9:17.
Oh, 9. Time flies when you're having fun. So yeah, we need to eat. So we'll see you guys when I get over to the water, just so I can show you the difference between yesterday and today. We did throw some shock in there just to kill the algae. That's probably still full of mosquito larvae. I'm gonna look at the water real quick. You can keep walking if you want. looking good, nice and clear now. Yesterday it was brown and mucky because this thing had a lot of dirt and algae at the bottom, so we threw some pool shock in there to kill the algae, so the water looks much better. But if you look closely, there are a lot of mosquito larvae. So Uncle Walter, if you're watching this one, we do need to invest in some insecticide that's safe for animals to kill those mosquitoes, because last thing we need is mosquitoes at the ranch. In all the years that I've been coming out here, for the last 4 years or so, I haven't seen a single mosquito, which has been great. Of course, it hasn't rained a lot. That would be the only place that they could breed, really. So we can get something to throw in there to keep the mosquito population down. I think that's a good idea. Not only that, those I think could produce heartworms and stuff like that for any animals that drink out of there. So I'm getting back to camp. Go have myself some breakfast. Didn't enjoy the pour, but I'm still gonna enjoy it. All right, got my coffee refill. Already had 2 of these this morning. Everyone's already eaten except for Mike and I. Got some sausage links, chorizo and egg, and tortillas. I'm eating breakfast. See you guys in about 30-40 minutes.
Sure, neighbor.
All right, so I came to eat breakfast. Lost Mike. Had no idea where he went. I heard a gunshot though. What'd you get, Mike?
Yeah, little bunny.
We got lunch.
Lunch.
Cool deal. At least somebody got something, so I'm happy about that. All right, so Mike has cleaned his harvest and he's just rinsing it off here. Pop it into a Ziploc and hopefully we can get 2 or 3 more to make it a decent lunch. Because the rabbits out here are really small. I don't know if I told you that guys that in the previous video, but they're almost like pygmy cottontails, because they are really small. You can see that it's almost the size of his hand. But yeah, that's a full grown rabbit. That's as big as they get out here. This one will feed one person and maybe be an appetizer if anything. So if you need soap, there's some soap right there, sir.
Thanks.
Well, I was about to get ready, or I was getting ready to go do a turkey sit with my crossbow. But look who just showed up. That's my brother. He's never been on camera.
Hey!
This is my brother, Gerald. How you doing?
Good.
Glad you could make it. So, we got Danny. You guys have met Danny before in one of the other videos. How you doing? One of the buddies.
Luke's Pritchard.
You look familiar, dude. I don't know from where, but you look familiar. So we'll figure it out in a minute.
All right.
So, I'm gonna get back to setting up. All right, well, Mike and I are at it once again, but I'm gonna stop halfway. Brought the crossbow with me, and I'm gonna try to call in a turkey for you guys. So hopefully we'll make this one a successful turkey hunt, like that first video I did where we let him go. So I'll catch up with you guys when I find a tree to sit under. All right, everyone, I found my spot, so we're getting a little settled in here. So for those of you wondering about the crossbow, this is a Barnett XP 370, so basically 370 feet per second. It's already cocked. I put a GoPro mount on there, which is pretty cool because it looks straight on top of the crossbow, so hopefully I can get that shot for you guys if something comes out. The area I'm in, the grass in front of me is pretty tall, so I really won't be able to see anything in front of me. Really, I'm gonna be listening, see if I hear any turkeys out there, and if I do, I might need to get up and stalk, and if that happens, Might leave this camera behind and just use this one. But we'll see. By the way, so the rest of the gear, just got some affordable bone collector bolts, carbon fibers. These are 20-inch 325 grain with a 100 grain broadhead on the end. Now that broadhead's not ideal for turkey, but that's all I had, so that's what I'll be using. But yeah, forgot to check my batteries, but we're good. So I'll be using this Old Betsy pot call. You've seen this one probably on other videos. It's been good for me. Pulled in a few turkey. This is about the time that the turkeys start moving around, really. And I've seen them in this field. Again, we are on the lease side today. The back field, which is nice. It's overgrown, but I've seen turkey out here before, so I know they come this way. Because the neighbor over on this side does have a pond, and they probably go out that way. But now that we've got the water running, we've got our pond on this side, or our water tank, and we're going to be filling up our water area, our tank that you've seen in the past, all the way to the top now, and we're going to be able to set up an additional water area. So hopefully we can keep those turkey a little bit closer, because I know they roost here behind me. I just don't know what their usual routine is or route. So I saw them for the first time in this field 3 weeks ago, which is shortly after I picked up the lease. But I know they're always on our side. They go to the feeders on a regular basis. But when they don't, I don't know where they're at. So hopefully we can figure this out this year, and next season definitely get us some turkey, because this turkey season actually ends in a week, and I don't think we'll be able to get out here again within that time. So I'm going to shut this camera off, sit here, listen, call turkey a few times. It's been a good 45 minutes. I've heard some birds behind me, but not turkey. I keep scanning the field to see if I spot anything moving, but the grass is pretty high. It's kind of difficult. I'm on a high ground. It kind of slopes down because the creek is about right there. So it is a little bit difficult to spot stuff in the brush. So I'm going to stand up for a little while. Kind of tuck myself into the bushes over here to scan. See if I spot anything. I'll give it another 15 minutes. If I don't see or hear anything, I'll start heading back to camp and go hang out with my brother, because I haven't seen him in person for a while. Man, it's not that far of a walk, but that was a hike, especially when it starts getting warmer. So it was like 32, 33 degrees this morning, and now it's almost 80, 75 maybe. Check it out, I got a new neighbor. All right, we're heading over to our side, middle of the afternoon, so nothing's moving around. But we're hooking up this hitch to my brother's truck, because we're gonna go get that water tote that we've been wanting to fill up for the last couple of months and bring it over to the well that we fixed yesterday. So we're gonna have water on both sides finally. See when we get over there. So alright, so we're back over on our side of the property, and I'm gonna show my brother the area that I want to clear out to do our new campsite, where we're gonna build some permanent cabins and stuff for stuff like what we're doing today. So I'm gonna walk him through it. So this area right here, just open it up to there, knock this tree out. This would be like the entrance area. But when we get back here, you can see how it's open. Like I'll come through here with a mower. You can tell like all the stuff's cut down. But just open it up straight like that, and then open this area right here. Put like satellite cabins, like almost like a horseshoe shape. a little fire camp area in the middle, and everybody can park over here. So the RV that you're talking about is back in that corner. That's those trees. But like I said, I came through here, and you can tell like the little trees that were dried up. I knocked them all down. I cut all the cactus. We just need to get them out. But that's the fence line. That's the property line right there. So basically this right here from that tree that way, I want this to be the camp area.
Yeah, it's pretty open here.
Because it doesn't need too much work to clear it out. So, but like I said, nice little covered area in the middle with a fire pit. And I don't know, 9 or 10 little 10 by 10 cabins all the way around.
9 or 10?
Yeah? What'd you say?
I said 9 or 10. That's a lot.
Well, yeah, so when everybody comes out, you know, bring the family out. The kids can have their own cabin. The parents can have their own cabin. Mom and dad want to come out here too. Just they don't want to come because there's somewhere to sleep. So yeah, 9 or 10 cabins, Joe. That's my goal. So it'll take a little while, but it'll get done. So let's go pick up that water tank. It's a solid bottom. Alright, so you guys have seen me look for a water well. My brother says that he knows where it's at, and he just said, look, it's right here. I'm like, what? Oh man, don't tell me it's that close in. I was looking like 20 yards that way.
The rock.
Well, holy crap. It's right there. Pablo's gonna laugh his butt off when he sees that.
So this is the anchor
So
for the
yeah,
windmill.
here's the windmill anchors. There's another one over there. I don't see the other two, but still.
There's probably a way if you can power a way to.
Yeah, I just need to take the rod out, and as long as nothing fell in there big or I can probably just put a pump.
Yeah.
But I tell you what we were doing, we came in,
15 years ago I saw that.
we came in right here, and from here went that way. Had we gone in there, we would have seen it. That's well, good to know it's there. Now we know. Hey Pablo, ¿qué es eso? ¿Qué es ese fierro? All right, we are at the tree. That's what I call that.
A ver, can we do it into...
Yeah, right.
Heavy duty, papa.
It's a big crank right there on the side. So we are taking this tank over to the well, fill it up. And this is what we're going to use to transfer water over to the watering hole in the back. And I don't know, maybe I'll leave this one halfway and set something else up here if I can find a way to set it up. And if not, do it next time. All right. These guys are hilarious, man. They just go at each other. Let's get started on this. All right, third time's the charm. Turning her on. Need power. Okay, we got power. I hear the pump running. Let's see if this cap works. Let's see.
It's because the glove has an opening on their side. It's a pressure relief.
It's gonna blow up. But alright, it's holding. It's let's go check this again. Yeah, we got water coming in. So as long as that holds, we're good. All right, looks like it's holding, so we're heading back to camp. It's hilarious. I love it. Girls, this is the best time that we spent together in years. Hopefully we can make it out more often. All right, back at camp, and it's game time.
Yeah, for Pablo is 6 feet. It's 6 feet.
In the ring. Now it's getting fun. So Rick's getting it done on the grill.
If it would have been me that stomped you, it was fun to...
And these guys just chilling out, which is what I'm about to do. Oh, by the way, we got another tent. The same as that one over there. So this is the one that Danny brought. Pretty sweet setup. He's got his cot, he's got his firearms in there. And I hear noises in the back, so somebody's doing something back there. Oh, somebody's going to look for a pea spot. But we're all set up. So the truck that was here with the tent on it got pulled out. Cesar's gonna leave early tomorrow, so he's gonna end up sleeping in one of these other tents. But it's all good, man. Everybody's having fun. I love it. All right, so it looks like archery hunts are done. Rifle hunts are in, so everybody's setting up. Some of the guys are gonna go sit in blinds tonight over on the other side of the property. But I'm about to hand out. So on my last harvest, this is 45 right here, a little bit of tried backstrap. Dad prepared it, so I'm gonna give everybody a little bit. Mikey and Mike.
What is this?
45.
Whoa. Turkey?
Yeah.
What is
I'm not judging.
Backstrap. My dad made it.
Dad made it? Okay.
45 was the name of the last buck that I harvested last month. So.
Oh, before on the 5.
Yeah. Un provete para todos.
Good.
That's the last buck I harvested here last month.
It's dry hand.
Yeah. Everybody chilling on their rockers, watching the game out in the middle of nowhere. Dad prepared it.
Was it rough and out?
That's 45, my friend.
Oh, really? Victor, what are you doing?
Everybody's got a piece. We'll see, Dad. What do you think? Good? Like it? All right, cool. By the way, have you heard it in the background? They are watching the game. So maybe there's no hunting tonight. We'll see. It's all good. All right, it's almost dinner time. We got a couple guys out of the blinds. Hopefully they'll catch tomorrow's lunch. These guys putting on the hog.
We saw a buck.
Hoggo time. Yeah, we saw a buck over there close to the water, and it spotted us and just took off that way. Twist it. There you go.
Turn it back on.
Roasty toasties.
There you go.
Hey everyone, so we're gonna head out to the hog scraper because we just heard a gunshot. We just hooked up the trailer. Turns out we got a buck down, so we're pretty excited to see which one we got, because they're saying he's a 9-point.
We didn't have other than 45 here.
I don't remember.
So it's gotta be, yeah, it's gotta be another one.
We are gonna clean that deer tonight. At least they are. I'm not. And we'll be with you when we get there. They've already located him. Let's go check him out. They're still in the brush here, so that faint light you see over there, I don't know if you can see it on camera, but that is the Hogdominium feeder. So made the shot there. That's way over there where that red light is. Let's go check it out. They haven't moved him yet because they wanted me to get him on camera before he fell. Which is pretty cool. I appreciate you guys did that. Ooh, that's a wide rack.
Beautiful record.
Bro, this is the one that we saw the other day on camera that,
Yes,
that I thought was a 10.
It is a
It
10.
is a 10.
It is a 10.
Yes.
4, 5. Yeah, it's a
We
10
thought it
pointer.
was. We thought it was.
So he was chasing that doe.
There was a doe with him.
He was chasing a doe. He hadn't been on the property until rut.
Yeah.
And I think he discovered
This thing.
the food.
Yeah.
And he just started coming back. But man, that is a beautiful rack, dude. I am envious of you guys on that one. Look at that. Sweet. Who nailed him?
Yeah. 350.
The legend.
Congrats, bro.
Hey, I appreciate it.
Congrats.
This is the first buck I ever killed. I've only killed a doe before.
This is your first buck.
Yep.
Yeah,
Double congratulations.
You gotta eat the heart, dude.
Hey,
Nice. Very nice.
did you guys say a prayer for him already?
No.
No prayer?
Not yet. Not yet.
Prayer time.
Padre, te lo estuve tuyo. Nos levantamos.
You got it, sir.
Heavenly Father, thank you, Father God, for another glorious day. Thank you, Lord Father, for this life that my brother took, this beautiful animal. Lord Father, we ask you to bless our family. In Jesus' beautiful name, we ask. Amen.
Amen.
Nice.
Thank you, Pablo.
He's an older buck.
So we're gonna load him up into the. We load him up in. Sorry, I'm a little emotional right now. So we are gonna load him up into the golf cart, take him down to the cleaning station, get started. We'll come back for it in a minute. And he's loaded. But we got Romeo here, which is one of Pablo's brothers. I didn't realize that this is the first time you've taken a buck, right? So you've had a doe before. This is your first buck ever. Congratulations again.
Appreciate that.
This is the nicest rack, by the way, that we've ever taken from this property. So congrats on getting the best one here. So I'm excited for you. But how did it feel, man? Tell me about it. I know you already kind of said something, so you can repeat.
Yes, everything seemed like it was going in slow motion, and I looked at him with through my scope for a while, and we weren't going to take a shot, but once Pablo said give us a green light,
Give it a green light.
even more, man, my heart was coming out of my chest.
Started getting that buck fever a little bit,
Yeah,
right? Where you start shaking.
And then after the shot, we came out to look for the blood trail, nothing. So I was like, how could have I missed? Because I had just sighted it in. But anyway, once we kept on looking on that clearing, we found it to be like a beautiful buck.
I tell you, right, so you guys have already seen him on film. That is the most beautiful buck. I hadn't been watching the battery monitor on this golf cart. We're kind of in the middle of the road. They're cleaning the buck. We came to get gloves and a few other things, and we've got total blackout. So Gerald and I are left walking back on the trail here, which is not too far from camp. But that means we also need to walk all the way back and come back with the buck pulling it on the cart by hand, which is hilarious.
Oh my God.
Yeah, but the other guys are still hunting too, so I don't want to screw up their hunt. So anyway, yeah, we're heading that way. It's an adventure. All right, so we got the gloves. Gerald stayed behind to watch the game, but he's my travel partner right now in complete darkness. But so I just came to get gloves and a honing stone, and yeah, we're walking from one end of the property to the other, so it's gonna be an interesting walk. I'm gonna record some of it, but probably won't show you guys all of it. Oh, sorry. But we got Mikey and Mike still sitting in a blind, waiting for hogs or something. But with everybody over there, I doubt anything's gonna come out. Because it's not too far away from where we're at. You got your 9 with you, by the way?
No.
Okay.
I'll take it.
Okay.
You don't have yours too?
Yeah, I got mine, pero pues, you never know.
Yeah.
Por eso abrió todavía. It's on the highway. It's a nice moon. All right, we're still walking. We just passed the white Y, coming up on the little D here, and I'm going to show you guys where one of the ground blinds is set up. So we've got a pop-up blind right here. So this morning and yesterday morning we had 2 guys sitting here with their bows set at about 30 yards from the little D feeder. Unfortunately, they didn't see anything but rabbit. Probably because we've been so freaking noisy. But yeah, we're almost where we're going. Gonna pass the hog scraper still. Hog scraper feeder. Then we're walking to the far corner. So we've been walking for what, about 10 minutes?
Pretty much.
15 minutes. That's quite a hike. Quite a way to go by foot. But Danny says he needs the exercise, so he's good with it. All right, I'm out of breath. I think Danny's a little more out of breath than me because I at least walk out here. He usually sits under a truck fixing it, so we have totally different type of exercise. His arms are stronger than mine, but I think my lungs stronger than his by the sounds of it. But anyway, we're almost there. They are working on that deer right there, and I got the gloves, but I don't know if they're gonna use them. We'll see. Sounds like they're having a good time, man. So Pablo's brothers and he have not been together in a while, so that's a good bonding moment for them. I'm glad they were able to experience this. How's it going, gentlemen? Do you still need gloves?
I'm almost done, bro.
You haven't got to the guts yet. Yeah, tengo gloves under my arm.
Oh.
Right there. There you go.
¿Quieres un check? Sí, ahorita cuando entran
Looking good, man. Looking good. Now for these guys to finish. We got the ice chest right there. We got the trailer draining. Once they're done, we load it in there and there. Then we're walking. It's an adventure. I love it. This is probably one of the best nights we've had out here. So, any of you are watching, yes, I'm having fun. Thanks for letting me come with all these guys. All right. All right, she's cleaned up.
Yeah, I got my rifle with her too.
That'll feed an army right there. Job well done. Now we just need to walk back. So the golf cart died off, but fortunately I left the little trailer behind so they can at least wheel it back. Otherwise, that would have been a pain in the ass. And now the trek back. ¿Todo bien, guys?
Todo bien.
So something cool. There's 2 shed finds today. This is one of them. It's a nice one. The other one's, I think it was a 2-point, a 3-point. This one's a 4. It's been a pretty productive weekend. These guys are way up there in front of us, and we're walking slow because we're eating dirt. All right, so we made it back to camp. That was an adventure for sure. That took a little longer than it needed to because of the golf cart going down, but let me show you that antler shed again. So that's a nice 8-point shed. I say 8 points, got 4, so we didn't find the other half. The guys found it when they were actually looking for the buck that they harvested. That was a beautiful buck, by the way. But let me show you dinner. It's been roasting for the last few hours. Everybody's already taking chunks. That is good. So there's still two more guys out there, Mike and Mikey. They're sitting in one of the blinds and they're waiting for hogs. So the brothers are tired of cleaning. They're like, I'm not cleaning the hogs. Like, well, if they get it, they clean it. I'm gonna go eat. It's been a great day. Thanks for hanging around this long. Right, so everybody already had their tacos. They're still working on that deer, so they didn't fully butcher it over there. So they just quartered it and threw all the chest cavity in. So
Go to another ranch, somebody else is gonna smoke them.
there you go.
This is that was a great call because I was disappointed with the spike rather.
Getting those back straps. Look at that. That's going to the grill right now, or what?
We can.
We have a backstrap there.
Ya estábamos
Ya
viendo.
está ready. No, señor.
You want a fresh one, chingo.
Estos van conmigo para la casa.
Well, while they're working on that, I'm gonna go warm up by the fire because it's getting cold again. Well, everybody's getting hungry again. And they're gonna make some ribs.
Yeah, we're gonna rinse it out.
Ribs on the pit. Well, hot dang. That's a good size rack of ribs. Look at that. Everybody's still hungry. They said, throw some meat on. That's what we ended up with.
But I wanted to thank for having us and having us to be able to not only enjoy each other and meet each other and hopefully create a new friendship and maybe create some of these more memories in the future. But also thank you for the opportunity to give us for my family to get together. And as you know, it's real important for us to keep that family growing, and us being apart for so long, sometimes it's kind of difficult to get together. So yeah, it means a whole lot to me, and I'll never forget it.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Very special because obviously Romeo's first buck, even though he stole it from me. No. But and Paulo, thank you for organizing it in a way, and for my brother Gabriel to come all the way from California, even though he's not here right now, doesn't drink like he used to.
Doesn't drink period anymore.
Yeah.
One of
I'm
these days.
very grateful for what you guys have done for us. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Cheers. Well, today's the last day. And we just heard there's a hog down. So Mike and Mikey sat in the hog dominium overnight. Waited. They were determined to get themselves a hog. Yeah, so I was saying before the other battery died, Mike and Mike were sitting out at the hog dominium, and Big Mike, so Mike from California, Mike that you guys met yesterday, he took the shot. So he's pretty confident he made the shot. So we're gonna have to do a little bit of tracking. As you guys know, the golf cart's dead. There's been no sun, so we're walking. We gotta go find it. They might grab a truck and drive around so we can load it up and take it to the cleaning station. But I think we're all gonna head that way. Everybody's excited to see the hog. And the hog is a female sow, a white one we call Wera. So Wera basically means blondie or whitey. So yeah, these guys are excited. We're gonna go check it out. You can get some coffee first. Oh, it got a little warm. Sorry. Didn't realize it was gonna be that hot. Right, no worries. I was gonna put it there anyway, so thank you. Nothing like having good dark black coffee, especially when it's 40 degrees in the morning. Not that cold today. We got a nice fog. Really can't tell here in camp, but let me walk out to the field so you can check the fog out. We got people starting to pack up, head out. Cesar actually started packing some of his stuff last night. His plan was to leave. He said, I'll probably be up at 5:30, start getting ready. But you know, we stayed up pretty darn late and finished off a couple bottles of whiskey. Oh wow, this is beautiful. Can't even see the house next door. Check that out. That's nice. That's what I love about countryside. I'm so hoping you can experience it with me, honey. I'm talking to my wife, of course, everybody. She's been out here, but she doesn't come out here often. She's never camped out here. That's what I love about being out here. These nice foggy mornings, cool mornings. So the plan for today, eat breakfast, pack up. Don't plan on doing any hunting or anything special today, although we do need to look for that one hog, and I'm not cleaning that. Mike and Mike are taking care of that. Once everybody's packed up and out, I'm staying, walking around camp, make sure that everything's picked up, nothing's left behind, pick up any remaining trash or things that people forgot. Once that's done, I'm coming out. If my brother's still here, he's going to help me take this water over to the other side. We're going to transfer this water to the other water tank so that we can have some water for animals, because our water tank's been empty for a while. We haven't made time to come top it off since it was deer season, holiday after holiday after holiday. So that's pretty much the plan. Then we're heading out. You know, if this YouTube thing ever picks up for me, I might need a cameraman, because you guys are missing a lot every time I'm actually doing something, because it's in my hand. I was pushing the golf cart the rest of the way down to my campsite to plug in the charger, because there's enough light to hit that solar panel to trick the charger into turning on. You guys didn't get to see that. So in a nutshell, golf cart's finally charging. So some of you have asked about the golf cart in the past and how it's working. This is one of the downsides, which is really not that big of a downside, as long as you're not running the golf cart the way I did yesterday. So the golf cart gives me a good 30 miles to the charge. And if I'm going short distances, letting it sit, and it's a nice sunny day, I'll get a lot more, because it'll charge back up whatever I drained out of it, right? Yesterday we went around this field twice. We drove out that way a couple of times, and we came back this way, and we went back and forth. They started using it to go to the water well and back to move stuff, because my brother's truck was still there, and she was down to about maybe 40%, I'd say, and it was nighttime. So I thought, well, 40%, that's not bad. That'll still give me quite a few miles. But didn't take into consideration the extra weight that we're putting on her, right? So we're putting on bags of corn, 3 or 4 people at a time, you know, just moving heavy weight around basically. So you get less out of the battery than you do with just 2 people on it. So we made it all the way out, helped find the deer, loaded up, we got it to where we were going, and on the way back, you guys didn't see it happen, on the way back it just shut off in the middle of the creek, and it was total shutdown. So once the BMS sensor on these lithium batteries hits 10%, which is a safety switch on the brand that I have, I think most lithium are about the same, a computer basically triggers, and it can be one of the 3 batteries. As long as one of them, that switch triggers, it disconnects your parallel connection. So the golf cart doesn't know batteries are connected. 1 or 2 of the batteries may still have charge, but one of them is down to 10%. As long as one of them shuts off, that thing stops working. It doesn't slow to a crawl. It doesn't like just give you a warning. Basically, you're just gonna completely shut down. Now, the reason I didn't catch that last night, it was pitch black in my battery monitor. I didn't have the backlight on, so I wasn't looking at the monitor. I thought, hey, we've got like 40%, we're good. But towing that big deer around, towing an extra person behind me, you know, I had the little trailer. It sucked that 40% down quite a bit, and that's quite a distance. It's probably a good mile drive to get there, and then a mile drive back. So I put 2 miles to those 30-40% that we're at and do it. So shuts down completely. The charger I have requires power coming into it to start charging, and by that I mean when you plug it in, the batteries aren't putting out any output. The charger doesn't know it's plugged in because those batteries shut off. Whereas like a lead acid battery, you slow to a crawl, but they're still going to put out some juice, and the charger will just pick up. So now that the sun's out, there's just enough juice, like less than half an amp, which the half an amp is still at 36 volts. Caesar, careful on the road, sir. Thank you. Thanks for coming. So it's putting out less than half an amp, but still at 36 volts, and I plugged that thing in and picked right up. So she's charging now, and we'll be good. But the guys are waiting for me. We're gonna go look for a hog. I'll see you on the road. So, as I was saying before, wish I had a cameraman. So we're driving in. We're gonna take the water over to the watering hole, and that sow was sitting right here. She's laying down, wounded. I said, stop. Pulled out my 9, gave her a headshot. I didn't hit a vital. I must have just slightly missed it. But she got up and started stumbling that way. We threw off a few more rounds, but those shoulder plates are tough for 9mm. Romeo ended up getting down because she went that way. And he landed a few shots, but she's still winning quite a ways. He got in there, found her, hit her a couple more times with a couple of rounds, and she wasn't running, but she kind of got up and stumbled towards him, and he's like, oh crap, I'm out of rounds. And he's trying to run out of this because she kind of came towards him, but she's down. And let me show you where she's at. She's still twitching a little bit, so she is down, but she's twitching, so we let her expire 100%. She's twitching still. I give her a few minutes. All right. Yeah.
I can hear moving
No,
here.
And the rest of the
she was
guys.
right here.
All right. We'll see you when we're at the watering hole, because everybody wants to know what happened now. All right, they got her out. Funny story, I'm not going to tell it, but they got her out. And she's a little smaller than the one I got, but it's not Huera, it's Pinta. There she is.
I wanted for her to get up and charge it again.
La cagaron. We are at the watering hole. Gonna transfer water from that one to that one. And we're just gonna gravity feed because we don't have a pump. We have one, we just don't have it here. And we'll see how much water we can get in it.
You're gonna go feed into the top?
Yeah. It's only gonna go down about halfway. Hola, las vacas. Well, we are transferring water slowly but surely. Turns out this one has a leak, so we got something to do for a future video, is fixing this tank. The good thing is that the leak is on the valve. So right here where the hose hooks up, not sure you can see it on camera there. I'm on a tripod, but we got a small leak on that side, so I'm sure it just needs Teflon tape or something. Then we got a leak on the other side, but I noticed the adapter's cracked. So I'm gonna buy a few things to fix this tank. The ultimate goal is to use this tank on the opposite side of the property and put another little watering hole with long hose so that we can have water over there for the hogs. This would eventually is going to get fenced in, dedicated for deer, and we'll be putting a new feeder here because I've seen this on a previous video, but you probably see that way back there. Got that platform that I plan on building an 8x8 blind, a sleeper blind, so it's gonna be like a little insulated cabin. Might even put AC and heat on it, we'll see. But that, from there to here where I'm standing, that's 100 yards. So this would be a 100-yard hunting spot. And on the opposite side over there, on the other side of this truck, I'll pick it up over the truck. Hopefully that turned out, but you can see the guys over there. That's the cleaning station. So the cleaning station is another 100 yards from where I'm standing. So the purpose of this is from there to here for deer, from there to the cleaning station, get ourselves some coyotes, bobcats, and other things whenever we have guts and stuff left over up there. So, you know, the master plan, it'll come together eventually. All right, so we got the water transferring over there. Everybody's huddled around the hog, and man, they were making quick work of it. I'm not going to get in too close because they've already got it quartered, and it's kind of gruesome for some people. So it's a little un-YouTube friendly. So I'm going to show you from this distance where you really can't see what it looks like. But they're over at the cleaning station. They got those front legs quartered already. Looks like they got or they're starting on the back straps, and they're going to do the back hind legs as well. So just quartered and back straps, pretty much what they're doing. Throwing in the ice chest, which apparently they forgot to bring. So I'm not sure how they're taking it back, but we'll figure that out. I'll see you when I'm back over at the watering hole. So we're about to call it quits. Really, this tank here, transferring water over to the other one, this is going to drain out right where it's at, so I'm not too concerned about it. But once we're done here with the water, at least, I'm going to go start packing up. These guys are working on the hog. That'll take a few hours, but we're pretty much done. So I apologize that I was not able to get all the action for you, but again, I'm recording with one hand, doing stuff with the other. Sometimes I need to put that camera down. So eventually, if I get those 1,000 subscribers, I'll get a cameraman. We'll see. If I can afford to pay someone, I will. But everybody, thanks for hanging out this long. I hope you really enjoyed this weekend as much as we did, and we'll see you next time when we're back at the ranch.